What did you do today, Dad?
Actually, a lot. But there's a pretty good chance that by the time you lay down, it's going to seem like I didn't do anything. Welcome to a realistic day in the life of a single dad. We got about 7 more minutes, I'll wake him up. Pancakes, smoothie. I'm going to make some chorizo and like a breakfast quesadilla. He probably won't eat it, but I got the chorizo, so I want to go ahead and use it. I mean, it feels like I've made like hundreds of videos, but according to the numbers, I've only made like 47 or something like that. But same old routine, man. I wake up every day, breakfast, get the lunch going, and honestly, I don't really have a problem with it. The only issue I run into, I think, is that I just don't feel like I'm getting the most out of my days. Like, I know I'm gonna go back to work, and when I do, it's gonna be harder for me to make videos. It's gonna be harder for me to, plan the next phase in my story, and the channel's gonna keep growing, and it's gonna be harder. And while I look forward to that being a problem, I also want to really be ready for it. Option A, which is a banana that I bought green, which never turned yellow, so I don't know what's up with that. And then we have 2 of the last batch of bananas, which are probably in banana bread territory at this point. I don't know, maybe I use all 3 of them. This one, I don't know, why didn't it? Oh, it's so pungent. No, this little condensed milk packet is genius. I'm so glad they put this out because I was tired of battling with the cans. Sunny sun. Oh, eye open. Howdy, guy. What's up, dude? How you feeling?
Okay.
Okay. You excited? You got a big test today? No test today? Pretty sure you got a Georgia milestone today.
I said I'm excited.
Oh, good. All right, wonderful. All right, would you like pancakes or would you like pancakes, quesadilla, eggs and chorizo?
Pancakes.
I do love my boring mornings. Like, it's kind of an adventure. Like, usually I'm cutting all this stuff up when I'm editing it, but like the raw morning is fun. It goes fast. I mean, when I started this school year out, I was waking up at 5 o'clock and doing all this, or at least I was coming in the kitchen by 5. Now I didn't walk in here this morning until 5:33. Feel no additional pressure. Feel like I'm crushing it. Look at that. Look at that. How can this be the worst pancake? Are you kidding me? All right, so there we got our omelets with a little bit of toast. Growing up, for me, breakfast was usually cereal in front of the TV watching cartoons. So I cook breakfast every day. I force him to sit down, look me in the eye, and talk about whatever's on his mind. They're not always easy, but these are the most important conversations I have every day. So if your friend keeps getting in trouble and he keeps not being able to figure out why he's finding himself in these situations, what do you need to do?
Separate.
That's right. Didn't that happen before? When those kids were in there with their shoes and they all got in trouble, and then you got in trouble with them, and then you said that wasn't fair? What'd I tell you then?
They don't care.
They don't care. So you don't want to be around them, or you're going to go down with them. It's your choice.
I can't pull a banana back out of here. It's not okay.
Talk to her.
Put it out for a bit, and then
You don't know what they're doing in there.
haven't I not been in here like the last few weeks?
Exactly. They think I'm a deadbeat dad. They think you haven't been in the videos because you've been somewhere else. They're like, oh yeah, he just probably dropped his kid back off and he'll see him for the summer. Yeah, they're the younger and better looking version of me. Of course you just started a show. I'm washed. Nobody wants to see me no more. Don't worry, your day will come too. Of course, as soon as I drop him off at school, I get a phone call that he forgot his lunch, so I gotta run back and drop it off.
but it gave me an opportunity to stop at the grocery store and start working on dinner. Most of my days are built around food, or more importantly, getting ready for the next meal. As a single dad and a content creator, I don't really have the luxury of living in the moment. At least not in the way I'd always like to.
So, in my never-ending quest to be more efficient in life in general and prepare for that moment when I finally blow up, I realized I need to start like preparing vegetables and, cutting vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, doing all that at the same time. Again, I don't claim to have the answers. I feel like a late bloomer in some regards because I definitely should have been doing this before. But I don't know. I always felt, complacent in a way where I would just do things as is. I love cooking, so I just cook every single day. No big deal. Never thought about it. But why am I doing it from scratch? I can cut all these onions and tomatoes and green pepper. I can cut all this stuff one time. That way, when it's time to use them, they're ready to just take out of the refrigerator and use. Such a time saver. There is one more thing I want to make before I leave this kitchen and get back to editing, which is popcorn. I've been making a lot of popcorn lately. It's funny, at work I eat a lot of Skinny Pop. I never buy it because it's like wildly expensive for popcorn. But then I think, like, what's an easy snack that I can make for my son to put in his lunch or so he can have something to eat when he gets home? Popcorn. And it's perfect because, once again, you can make it and then it's just fresh all the time. Takes almost nothing to make. He's doing this thing where I make him food and he doesn't eat it. And then I make him a different food and he eats all of it. I made him an entire pizza thinking that, he was going to eat half of it, or he was going to eat 2 slices and I'd eat half of it and that'd be it. Not this time. I turn around, went to the bathroom, I come back. This guy has 5 slices down. So my whole meal prep idea goes out the window, obviously, because there's not going to be any left for tomorrow. And it gets to the point where I'm just like, well, I guess I'm not going to eat any. So that way he can have a snack for tomorrow. And then he did it again the other day. I made two burgers thinking, oh, yeah, because I was like, hey, do you want a burger? And he's like, yeah, I want a burger. So I made 2 burger patties. I put them on the same plate. He picks them up and just walks out the kitchen. We're at this point now where he's consuming a lot of food, more than I'm expecting him to, which, I'm not going to tell a kid he can't eat. Obviously, that's not right. But at the same time, that's work. Like, it's work to make food all the time.
He's practically eating lunch while asking about dinner. And here I am still washing the dishes from breakfast.
I tend to try to make the videos a little bit more interesting because, my days are mostly boring. Like, if I'm not working, which I can't record any of that anyway, I technically have 50-50 custody, but officially I am the custodial parent. My son is with me 5 days a week, sometimes 7 days, just depending on what's going on. And, I haven't put out a regular Dad's Diaries video in a while. And then the last couple, he hasn't really been in the videos. So I'm like, oh, these people probably think I'm some kind of deadbeat dad. My kid's just not with me. Oh no, he's very much here all the time. But we have been intensely preparing for state testing over the last month and a half or so. And we've just really been focusing on that. So I just haven't been, really recording a lot of our moments. But we had to get through the school year. We're down to the final 2 weeks. I'm so excited for this thing to be over with. We had a meeting last week where they were talking about, the activities, and we're going to have our graduation ceremony and then they're going to go off to middle school. But when she said it, I got so freaking emotional. I shed a tear. I could not believe I got a preteen. It's pretty crazy. Well, this is what I want to do, and I want to do it this way, so I don't care what's going to work.
I used to feel like I was failing if the house wasn't spotless every day, but when it's just you, limited time, limited energy, you don't chase perfection. You focus on progress. So today it's the bathroom. Tomorrow, maybe it's the kitchen. And if I miss a day, that's okay too. Completion is not the goal. It's consistency. Taking one step in the right direction, that's enough. Like, you don't have to do it all. You just have to keep moving forward.
So I was cutting this kid's hair yesterday, and I'm noticing stray hairs along the side of the sink. And I think I've already done this in the other bathroom yesterday. I think it's just a good day for me to go ahead and clean out the P-trap. It's super gross usually, but with the long hair, it's kind of a necessary evil. It hasn't started to clog up yet, but I don't want to wait until that happens. It smells awful. You probably can't see it because it's so dark, but right here, just long hair. You know what even put this on my mind? There was this TikTok ad for a drain stopper that you don't use the thing in the back. You just put it in the sink and push it down. And my first thought was, that means you have to put your hand in the dirty water, which, no, why would you want to do that? You really got to watch these ads, man. They try to sell you stuff sometimes that doesn't even make any sense. Why would you want that? All right. I think it's fixed. Done. Who is everybody else?
The entire 5th grade.
The to-do list for a single dad is endless. Just when you think you're getting ahead, your kid comes home with a head full of green slime. Like, why? But all that effort during the day is for good reason. So when they come home, you have a clean slate to make new memories. And a new mess. So that's pretty much my day. I think when I was younger, like before I had kids, it was always like 6-month goals or 1-year plans and that kind of thing. But having a kid makes you reframe like your target, because now it's 18 years. Like there's this one thing you're going to be working on trying to be really good at for 18 years. So every day is not as important as it used to be. Like now it's about the overall consistency that you have within your life, like the balance and, you know, trying to maintain that structure over time, because there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, there's going to be big moments, there's going to be small moments, but they're just moments. What you don't get to today, you can always get to tomorrow, because as you know, the job of a parent is never done. It's always something to look forward to. There's always some new challenge. There's always some new experience you get to go through. And like, it's really cool to get to watch and see your child grow and, you know, experience life through their eyes. When I think back to growing up, I don't remember washing dishes. I don't remember vacuuming the floor. I don't remember any of those small menial tasks that I completed. It wasn't the stuff or whether everything was perfect all the time. It was honestly more so the moments and the people that I shared them with. My name is Aaron. I make content in my life as a single dad and creative entrepreneur. If you want to continue on this journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.